Hello all dinosaurs and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are taking a look at the last 40 to 50 dinosaurs that I have purchased. And check this out guys, I have 4 Jurassic Park new figures right over here which we will be placing into this shelf later on. Okay, so let's begin by unboxing these 4 Jurassic Park figures first. Let's go. Okay guys, let's go and take a look at these 4 brand new figures that I have purchased from a seller at a very low price. And this seller was really nice to wrap up every single one of them very nicely for me. I got it by meeting up with this seller. So right over here we have a Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, and this is actually a very vintage figure. Let me see if I am able to find the date which this is actually produced below this figure. For now, I am unable to find it, but this is a beautiful Dilophosaurus JP02. Let's place this into our shelf later on. I'm just doing this right in front of my shelf. Very excited. Okay, so this is our first figure of the day. Let's take a look at our second figure. This is a beautiful Dimorphodon. Not Dimorphodon, Dimetrodon, which is a prehistoric cynosure, and this is actually JP01. What a beautiful figure. Wow, check this out guys. So let me see how to actually operate this. I'm not too sure. Does any one of you guys actually know how to actually move the jaw? I'm trying to figure out, but it doesn't seem to be working. Let's see. I think it's supposed to move this leg backwards, but somehow it's not working. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Finally. Alright, beautiful Dimetrodon. And the condition of this figure, it's so awesome. Okay, next up, let's take a look at this. I'm not too sure what this is exactly. It looks like a Velociraptor, but I'm not too sure. And this is all the way back in 1997. Yes, do you guys know what breed is this? Is this a Velociraptor? I think so. So definitely it has to be some articulation on this for sure. Alright, so there you go. Once you move the tail sideways, the neck will actually move. So this is awesome. Very awesome. Okay, let's take a look at our final figure, which is right over here. And this is a vintage Jurassic Park Spinosaurus. And it says JP39. Wow, looks really nice. Let's see. Alright, so basically you're able to move the jaw by pushing down the left arm. Alright, JP39, and it says Site B over here. Site B is basically the island which all the Jurassic Park dinosaurs were created. Yep. Alright, so it's time for us to move all these figures into the shelf. Okay guys, so this is my Jurassic Park shelf. Of course, this is the Jurassic World shelf as well. So we'll be placing in some of the figures on this row and this row as well. Okay, so let's do it. Okay guys, so let's do it. I'm just gonna place this Baryonyx next over here. Okay, this will be temporary. I'll be adjusting them later on. Okay, so basically this lever, it's catered to Jurassic Park carnivores and Spinosaurus. As you guys can see, there are plenty of Spinosaurus over here. So I'll be placing this here for now, and then maybe later on we will do a shuffling of all these figures. And this Dilophosaurus had some problem standing, so this is how it will stand for now. Okay, so let's get back to our video. Okay, let's dive right into the rest of the dinosaurs that I have purchased recently. Okay, so let's do it. So this one, I've actually got this in my previous video. So it is a bootleg Mosasaurus. Not exactly bootleg, but it doesn't come with any brand or so, but it's really beautiful. And let's do a quick comparison with the Nanmu Mosasaurus, and you can see this one looks okay, pretty good. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I love the colors. So this Mosasaurus from Nanmu was actually purchased probably 1 or 2 months ago. So let's get back to the rest. We have the Camp Cretaceous Stygimoloch, which is really cute. We also have this Velociraptor, which is also from Camp Cretaceous. If not, it should be from Savage Strike. Okay, and if you take a look at the top, there are actually 2 new figures from Jurassic Park as well, which I've purchased recently. Alright, later on we will take a look at them, okay? So let's get back to the video, okay? Get back to this box, I mean. Okay, let's take a look at some of these figures. Let me just adjust the camera for a while. Yep, what do we have over here? Is this a, of course this is from Camp Cretaceous series. I think this is Velociraptor, Delta or Echo. I can't really remember. I always have the names mixed up. What about you guys? And this is a beautiful Dilophosaurus from the Amber collection, which I've just got it a few days back. So I've made a review on this. You guys can actually go check it out. Alright. Another 2 figures. Okay, 2 more figures which I've got recently. These are not Camp Cretaceous, but they are from the new Savage Strike series. So right over here we have a Minmi, which you are able to rotate the head, and the Dimorphodon, which is a repainted version. It's a red version, or rather brownish red version. It looks really good. I love this. Let's take a look at this. We have Bumpy. Yes, Bumpy. It's a Ankylosaurus from the Netflix Camp Cretaceous series. It looks so adorable. And we have Velociraptor Charlie, I think. You know, if I got the name wrong, you know, please please forgive me, okay? So let's move on. And this T-Rex was actually purchased very recently as well. It's a golden T-Rex from Schleich. It looks so cool, it looks so beautiful. All right, so let's move the camera to show others in the background. All right, I'll do another shelf tour very soon, okay? So that's my beautiful shelf right at the back, which I really love it. Okay, let's move on. We have Styracosaurus, and this is a pretty new addition, probably a couple of weeks ago, probably just 1 or 2. Savage Strike Styracosaurus. Looks so beautiful. I love this color scheme. Styracosaurus is known as the spiked lizard. Sinoceratops, I'm not too sure what is the nickname of this dinosaur. I think it is known as the Chinese horned lizard. I think so. I'm not too sure. This is a Soundstrike Sinoceratops. It's pretty hard to get, I would say. It's not available in many countries, but I've managed to get one from eBay, and I'm super happy with it. You know, although you can actually see some glue sticking onto its lower jaw, right over here. This was purchased very recently as well. It is a, I would say this is a Savage Strike Pachycephalosaurus with a new color scheme. Pachycephalosaurus is actually known as the thick skull lizard because of this head right over here, which is made up of really tough bones. Next up, we have the beautiful repainted version of a Ceratosaurus. Oh my goodness, are the roars not working? Okay, this doesn't have any roars. Come on, Dan, you should know this. So this is actually from the Camp Cretaceous Ceratosaurus Clash set. I think that's the name of this set. Okay, let's move on. We have more other figures. This is actually a I think this is a Sarcosuchus. I think so. Yeah, Sarcosuchus from Peppo looks so awesome. It has an articulated jaw. Okay, it looks very realistic. I always wanted to get this. And next up, we have the Parasaurolophus from Camp Cretaceous. And Parasaurolophus is known as the near-crested lizard. And this is a soundstrike figure, which means once you actually rotate the tail, it will be able to produce roars and the neck is able to move as well. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We have a baby little Triceratops. And this is from McDonald's Happy Meal, Camp Cretaceous series. We have the new Rhamphorhynchus, which I've purchased recently. This is actually a new color scheme. Okay, looks really nice. We have the T-Rex from McDonald's Happy Meal. Once you push this little tail, the jaw will just go chomping. And T-Rex is known as the Tyrant Lizard King. We have yet another Bumpy with this movable tail, which activates the head. Next up, we have an Alioramus. It is known as the Different Branch. Yes, it is actually a Tyrannosaur. And hopefully, they will be able to come up with a much bigger figure for this. You know, probably the size of a Tarbosaurus or a Gorgosaurus. Next up, we have this pretty newly purchased Baryonyx from Schleich. This is a beautiful figure. Schleich, yep, they don't really produce really accurate figures, but it is a nice addition to my collection. And we have the Lophosaurus. Yeah, this is a nice one, which I've purchased. I think I have reviewed this last week only. What about this? This is a Cryolophosaurus from Schleich. It has a movable jaw, and I can't remember the nickname of Cryolophosaurus. And if you guys are able to know, name it, let me know down below. Of course, we have a Cryolophosaurus right over there, a Stegosaurus. Suchomimus is actually on the right hand side. Let's take a look at the rest of a Gallimimus. This Gallimimus is pretty cool. It has a very different paintwork. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We've got a Tylosaurus. Okay, Tylosaurus from Peppo, which this is also a new addition to my collection. We have a Polar Cantus, which is another very beautiful addition to my collection as well. Okay, from Peppo. The remaining figures are mostly Peppo figures. And a Stegosaurus, this is actually a pretty old figure, but I've managed to just get it like recently. Okay, Giganotosaurus, yes, this is actually how you pronounce it. It is actually not known as the Giganotosaurus, but Giganotosaurus, just like Gigabyte. And the nickname of this dinosaur is known as the Giant Southern Lizard. We have a Elasmosaurus right over here. I mean, a Plesiosaurus. Okay, right over here we have a Parasaurolophus, which is a repainted version of the previous one, with a baby Indominus Rex right here. Looks very cute. We have a Carnotaurus from McDonald's Happy Meal as well. It has a movable tail which activates the neck and the mouth. Next up, we have a Parstosuchus from Schleich. This looks pretty good. In terms of the colors, it is not as vibrant or colorful as usually what Schleich produces for its figures. Next up, we have this gigantic Triceratops, which is a classic Peppo figure, and this has been added to my collection last month or so. Yeah, pretty much last week or so. I can't remember. And Styracosaurus, not exactly a new figure, but I only managed to get it like recently. We're almost there, and this is actually a Sticky Moloch, I think. Yeah, it does look like a Dracorex. The Margosaurus, a pretty controversial figure. Yeah, because many people were actually complaining about this figure not being detailed enough, but I've managed to get it and take a look at how good or how bad it is. We have a mini Bumpy, and this came along together with the Darius figure. Next up, we have a Chilesaurus. Yes, this is actually a pretty unique and rare species for a company to produce. Yep. And finally, we have this little flap of frill from the Dilophosaurus. Okay, right now I'm just gonna bring you to take a look at some of the items in my shelf. Okay, so these are the two figures which I have added to my collection recently, and they are from Prime 1 Studio, with the T-Rex right over here and the Triceratops. To be really honest, I was a little bit disappointed with this T-Rex when it arrived, because in terms of details, in terms of the intricacy, I would say that the Papo T-Rex is actually much better. And yes, that's all for all the figures that I have purchased recently, probably like 40 to 50 of them, from this month, last month, and probably like 2 months ago, yeah. And yeah, thanks for watching this, and stay tuned for the next video. It could be coming up on Monday or probably tomorrow. I'll probably do a shelf tour really soon, the updated Jurassic Park and Jurassic World shelf, okay? And this is the YouTube 1 million subscribers play button, and the previous 100k subscribers play button, yeah. So thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.